Hello everyone, it is the Almighty Jeff, and this is just a quick update regarding Resident Evil. Unfortunately, a little situation has come up. As you can see, I'm back at home in Bolton, and you'll be seeing this background once again on a usual basis for quite some time now. And on the move back from Huddersfield, which is of course where I was for most of the year, a little thing happened regarding this son of a bitch. This is my external hard drive. And it got damaged on the way back, and what this actually contained was all of my game files, which is fine because I've just re-downloaded them, and thanks to modern technology, all the saves were stored in either the Steam for 4 out of 5 of the games or the Rockstar server for Red Dead Redemption 2, so I've not lost any data for any of my games, so that's a lucky miracle. But what was also on there was my quite vast backlog of Resident Evil recordings that I'd done with Matt and Ollie. Now, we do a lot of backlogs because we record big sessions at a time, usually going on for 4 or 5 hours, sometimes more, sometimes less. And we blitz through quite a lot of them as we're not always together. In fact, we've not recorded a session in nearly 1.5 months or something like that. So the last 4 episodes of Resident Evil 2 and everything that we've done for Resident Evil 3 is actually on that hard drive, and I can't currently access anything on there. From what I can gather, what is on there can be recovered. There are operations that can fix hard drives, but it costs a pretty penny, and a pretty penny that I don't yet have. Now, I've said a million times before that money should not ever be a concern, and it isn't. This is very much an optional thing that just needs to happen at some point. The sun's gone behind the clouds rather mysteriously, but until I can come up with the funds to fix my hard drive, the Resident Evil series is unfortunately going to have to go on hiatus, and I've discussed this with Matt and Ollie, and they're fine with it. It's just these things happen, unfortunately, but it will be coming back 100%, and I'm not getting rid of this at all. There's no reason to. It's tiny. It's not exactly taking up space, but one day, eventually, hopefully sooner rather than later, we'll get that fixed, and I can get the rest of those episodes up to you, because I'm not going to be re-recording them. For one, I'm not probably going to be seeing Matt and Ollie for some time anyway to have that opportunity, but there's a lot on there that's genuine reactions from me. I've never played these games before, neither has Ollie, so there's a lot of good stuff on there, and I don't want to overwrite that. So yeah, unfortunately Resident Evil is going to have to be put on a break for some time. First of all though, I just want to say a huge thank you to Ron over at Land Play Central, who's gone out of his way to chip in quite a lot of money for the restoration of the drive, and I told him not to, and he did it anyway, rat bastard, but I love him lots. It meant so much to me that he did that. There's still a ways to go in terms of reaching the fund, but a massive chunk of it has been taken out by Ron there, so a massive thanks to him. And obviously, if you're not subscribed to Ron, what are you doing? Like, honestly, we're basically tit for tat, 2 peas in a pod. If you watch my stuff, you really should be watching Ron's stuff as well. We're basically partners in crime on YouTube. Anyway, back to the point. What is going to be replacing Resident Evil 2 of the Resident Evil series as a whole is what was actually going to win the poll to replace Arkham Knight. Now, that isn't actually a million miles away from finishing either, but currently the winning option, far and away, is The Last of Us. It's actually 2 points in the lead of any other game. So that is what we will be replacing Resident Evil with for the time being, and hopefully we shouldn't have to move into another game after that, and by then I'd have the money to fix my hard drive and resume Resident Evil. But in case that doesn't happen, we'll figure out something close to the time. I think The Last of Us is relatively long anyway, not massive, but about the same length as Uncharted 4, something like that. And what will replace Arkham Knight, I will let Ron decide, because he chipped in so much to fix the drive. He at least deserves to choose a series to replace that series. But again, that's probably going to be at least maybe a month or 2 away before we finish Arkham Knight, so that's not too much of a worry at the moment. But yeah, that's the situation. So I really apologise if you're fans of the Resident Evil series. I am a massive fan of the series and I don't want it to go away, but there's really nothing I can do at the moment. It's just one of those things that had to happen. So I apologise if you're going to miss the antics of me, Ollie and Matt, but they'll be back. That I can guarantee. We are definitely going to blast through that series. It's definitely coming up to being one of my favourites, and I've only played the first 3, well, 2.5. I've not finished Resident Evil 3 yet, but yeah. Anyway, sorry again, guys, but stay tuned for The Last of Us coming as soon as I can upload it, really. Yeah, alright, I shall see you guys soon. Bye-bye.